Tinker Time.
Hey folks, it's Jason with Tinker Time. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to create your very own mug just like the one you see here. Stick around and I'll take you through the process step by step so that you can create one just like this for yourself and 3D print it to see how it turns out. First step is we're going to grab a cylinder piece right here, drag it on out. We're going to click on this example piece over here. We'll notice that's 75 by 75 by 74. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll say 75, 75 by 74. There we go. Now here's a crucial step. Over here to the right, you'll see where it says sides. Take this and increase it all the way over to 64. Now go down to segments and do the same thing all the way to the right, and it's the number 10. For bevel, we'll click into the little box and we'll put 1.1, hit enter. Alright, now we're going to hollow out the middle. The best way to do this is to click on the main piece. We're going to hit Control D. For a duplicate item, you can select both items. If you hold the Shift key and then select the outer piece, you'll know that now only the inner piece is selected. We'll turn that into a hole. Okay, and then we're going to change the dimensions to 3 millimeters less on each side. So here we are. 75 will go down to 72. Same thing here from 75 to 72. Very good. Now what we're going to do is align these. Draw a box around both of these objects. Hit the alignment tool. Center this on both edges here. So now we know it's directly in the center. Select both pieces. Hold the Shift key, select the outer piece. So now that will deselect the outer piece. Only the inner piece is selected here. Okay. Now we want to raise this up. We'll hit your Control key and then your arrow up key and push it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We know that went up 3 millimeters because in this section here we have the snap grid set to 1 millimeter per time that you hit the key. Okay, now for the inside here, we'll take this and we'll go ahead and make it a little taller just to make sure that we have the proper lip here. Then we'll select both of these objects and we'll combine them. Awesome. Next, we're going to make the handle. So to make the handle, the first thing we'll do is we'll go over into the search icon and we're going to type in heart. Okay, and this is a cool heart shape. We'll drag that out here into the build plane. Select the corner icon, hold down the Shift key, and evenly scale the object up. We'll go with 67 by 16, 61 by 65. Next, what we'll do is we're going to X out of that search option, go to this box here, and we will chop this object in half. Now make sure the object covers 1/2 of the heart. Okay, and we'll take that and move it on out. Okay, now select both of these objects, the heart and the box, and combine those. Next, we're going to select the half heart piece, and we're going to hit Control D to duplicate that item. Then we'll go down to the corner box here, we'll hold the Shift key, and we will make this object a little bit smaller. Okay. Now we're going to grab the height box and we'll take it up. Go over here and select the hole option to make it a cutout. Now we'll drag this box down a little ways, and as you can see, we'll just need to adjust it slightly because this is how we're going to make our handle. Okay, that's about right. Looks good. We'll hold down the Shift key and we'll drag it up just a little bit because we want it to have enough room to get a finger or two through here. And that'll go all the way through. Now select both objects. From here, we are going to combine. Great. Now that that has finished, select that item and we will turn this 90 degrees. Okay. We're going to take this and move it. We're going to select the item and we're going to hit the cruise option. Grab that. Okay. Select the object, hit the rotate option, and we're going to spin it around. We want to go ahead and orient this in a 90-degree angle, so grab the adjuster here and we're going to spin this around to right about there, so it's roughly 90 degrees. Okay. All right, let's adjust this slightly here. Take it to there. All right, and then we'll select both objects, hit the alignment tool, and go ahead and align that there. Now we need to adjust the handle slightly. We need to make it not quite so thick, so we'll bring that in, make it a little bit more narrow. Okay, and the bottom piece, we'll take that and bring it up. So we'll just select this piece and we'll bring it up slightly. Okay, and we'll also bring in the outer edge just a little bit. Okay, and we'll bring this up just ever so slightly. Now we'll select both of these objects, hit the alignment tool, select that, take the cup piece, move it away, then hit the Control key and the D key to duplicate it. Then we'll bring our duplicate one over. We're going to make it a hole. Now we're going to select that new piece and your handle, and we're going to hit the alignment tool. Okay, we're going to select that. We're going to align them together here. So now the fun part. We'll take this and we're going to move it in toward this piece, and we're going to select the snap grid and change that to 0.1 millimeters for finer control here. We'll take this piece and we're backing it up a little bit. As you can see, it's getting all, if we go in too far, this will happen, and that's what's sticking through on the inside. So we're going to back it up just a little bit here. Now we'll take these two objects and we'll combine them. And that will chop out the shapes from the handle that we need for this. Now we take these two objects, we'll select them both, and we're going to hit the alignment tool. Now we're going to align them. As you can see, the handle fits in there perfectly, as you can see, but it doesn't stick through the cup. Now we're going to combine these two. Combine that. All right, the next thing to do is to throw it into the slicing software and 3D print one for ourselves to see how it turns out. Now that we have our FlashForge 5 software open, we're going to go ahead and load the model. Select on Model File, we're going to hit the plus icon, and then we're going to select the file that you're working with. You can hit Repair Model, that's fine. Once it loads it to the build plate, the blue is what's touching the build plate, so you know that's what's going to adhere to the build plate. It's going to print from there. In this case, we have our cup that we made. So now we're going to go to your right side here, and we're going to look for supports. Deselect the touch platform only and select auto supports. At this point, it's going to generate a little bit of supports here for us in the handle when it's printing that, so it's going to come out really nice. Next, we'll hit the back. Next, we'll go to Start Slicing. Next, we'll go to Infill, and we're going to leave this at 100% infill. Go to Printer so that you can change the extruder temperature. We're going to make this 110 degrees because we're using standard PLA. Alright, now we'll hit Slice, and we do want to add a brim. This is going to help adhere the object to the build plate, plus it'll make it look real nice, and it'll assist when we take off the supports that we're adding for the object on the build plate. Next, hit Add Brim, and it's going to slice the object here, as you can see. And we do want to know how long this is going to take, so hit Slice Preview, and as you look up here in the right corner, it's going to take exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes. Here's how much estimated material it's going to take, which is pretty cool. You can also see the layers. If you want to preview that, you can take this icon slider right here, and you can see how that's going to print, which is really awesome. Next, you can hit Close Preview. Select your printer icon so we can go ahead and print. Now we're going to let that print and see how it turns out. And there we have it. Looks like it printed pretty good. We've got the support brim along the bottom here, and we have some of the structural supports that we added there, and we could see. We'll take the tool and we'll just go ahead and give those a quick twist in there. You can hear them popping out. Okay, and usually those are pretty easy to remove. There we go. Spin that around. Take a quick look here. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Pull the bottom off. Awesome. That looks pretty good. Next, we'll do the water test to see if it is indeed watertight. Okay. Awesome. Looks like it's holding water perfectly. Even though this is for demonstrational purposes only, I probably won't drink out of this, but it's a pretty cool experiment either way. Let me know down in the comments if you guys design and print one yourself and if it works for you. If this video helped you out, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Tinker Time.